Welcome back to Money Girl Chef, everyone. Thank you again for clicking on my video. On the menu today, guys, it will be breakfast potato. I'll take you through the process of how I make it. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and comment down below. Also, guys, check the description down below for the entire recipe. Alright, so I'm gonna jump right into it and get started. Alright, so for this recipe, I'm using 3 potatoes. Actually, I could have used 2, but because I wanted a little bit more, I used 3 potatoes. And these were 3 big potatoes too. So get that potato nice and cleaned up. Once my potatoes are clean and washed, I'm gonna be dicing these, so I'm gonna be making some perfect squared potatoes. So I'm trying to get same sizes on the slices. And this is how I get my diced shaped potatoes. And you can do these as big as you want them to be. Okay, so I'll continue to do that for all my potatoes. And then I'm going to be using 1 large onion. I'm also using bell pepper, and I'm just mixing the colors so it gives my potatoes a nice color. So I like to use different color bell peppers just to give my my meals a nice color. Presentation is always key for me. Okay, so I'm going to be using smoked pork sausage, and I'm using about 375 gram. That was on the package, and I'm just dicing these up as well. Alright, so once I have my prepping done, I'm going to be adding my potatoes to my pot. I kind of did a little bit too much potatoes, but that's okay. It was too much for my pot, but it turned out to be perfect. You just want to go ahead and stir that in and have it fried nicely, and you want to add the onions in with the potatoes as well, so it kind of gets sauteed along with your potatoes. And sometimes I actually boil my potatoes first, not too soft. I'll boil them and then I'll dice them up and then I'll fry them. It makes the process a bit quicker, or sometimes I just fry them from scratch. So occasionally I'm gonna keep stirring my potatoes until about 10 minutes, and then after that I'm going to be adding the sausage here. So you don't want to wait until your potatoes are too cooked before you add your sausages, because you want those to cook along with the potatoes. After another 5 minutes, I'm going to be adding my bell peppers. I chose not to add these too early because I didn't want them to get too soggy, because once bell pepper get too soft, they kind of start losing their color. So I want to keep these as colorful as possible, and I'm going to go ahead and mix that up together and leave this to fry for another 5 minutes. And remember, guys, All ingredients will be in the description down below, so please go ahead and check that out. Alright, so I had this sitting for about another 3 to 5 minutes, so everything kind of combined nicely together, and get my veggies sauteed and my potato cooking. So now I'm going to be adding some eggs. This is optional if you don't like eggs or you don't want to put eggs, but I like to add eggs in my breakfast potatoes, so I'm going to be doing this. You can fry it in another pot if you like. I don't have time for that, so I'm adding it in the same pot and mixing it all together. Okay, so now that my eggs are nice and scrambled, I'm going to be mixing it together. I'm not going to wait until it's completely scrambled because we still have a few more minutes for this to fry. So I'm going to mix that in together with everything and let that combine nicely together. And you want to make sure you add in everything to your potatoes because you don't want to wait until the potatoes get too soft, and then when you're stirring, the potato starts to crush. So you want to make sure you don't put it in too early or too late. You just have to time the potatoes and keep checking them so it's the perfect timing. After adding these and everything is in your pot, you want to just leave that for another 3 to 5 minutes. Let some more of the potatoes get a little bit more color on it, and then it's time to add our seasoning. So I'm gonna be adding about 1 teaspoon of paprika. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, and the Italian seasoning give this a nice flavor. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a tablespoon of all-purpose seasoning, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and I'm going to be adding some salt to taste. I'm using 3 big potatoes for this, so I ended up adding a little bit more salt at the end of it because it was a little bit fresh, because I didn't salt the eggs and these potatoes were not boiled or anything, so I ended up adding a little bit more. I'm also going to add about 3 tablespoons of water, and then I'm just going to combine that together just to give my pot a little moisture. So we're on our last lap right now, and you can see the colors coming together. The potatoes have a nice color, and that's what we want right there. Everything is nice and combined. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So for finishing touches, I'm just going to be sprinkling some green onion on the top, and our breakfast potatoes is ready to serve. And there you have it, my lovely, lovely, lovely people. This is my breakfast potato. I serve this up with some smoked sausage, eggs, and some bell peppers. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, like my channel, guys, like the videos, share out the channel with your family and friends, and don't forget to always comment down below. I want to thank you everybody for watching Negro Chef, and until next time, peace. Jamaica love.